Every single day, we see thousands of marketing messages. Yet somehow, only a handful of brands stay in our minds. Why? Think about the last product you bought online. Did you discover it for the very first time and instantly click, buy now? Probably not. Days before that purchase, you had already seen the brand, maybe while scrolling Instagram, later on YouTube, then a creator you trust mentioned it. Perhaps a friend talked about it. You didn't pay much attention, but your brain did. With every exposure, the brand became a little more familiar. And when the moment finally came to make a purchase, one name naturally came to mind. It felt like your decision, but in reality, that decision had already been shaped long before you clicked the button. The world's most successful companies don't wait for customers to appear. They carefully guide complete strangers through a journey, turning attention into interest, interest into trust, trust into action, and customers into loyal advocates. This journey has a name: the marketing funnel. And once you understand how it works, you'll start seeing it behind almost every successful business in the world. Have you ever skipped an ad, only to buy that same product a few weeks later? It happens more often than you think, because the first job of marketing isn't to make you buy. It's to make sure you remember. Think about brands like Nike, Apple, or Coca-Cola. You've seen their logos thousands of times on social media, YouTube, sports events, billboards, and even in movies. Most of those moments didn't lead to an immediate purchase. They achieved something far more valuable. They made the brands familiar. And when the time finally came to buy a pair of shoes, a new phone, or a soft drink, those familiar names appeared in your mind before anyone else's. This is the first stage of the marketing funnel: awareness. At this stage, brands aren't selling products. They're earning a place in your memory. Because before a customer can trust you, before they can consider you, before they can buy from you, they have to know that you exist. Every loyal customer begins as a stranger, and every successful marketing funnel begins with one simple goal: get noticed. Getting someone's attention is easy. Keeping it, that's where the real challenge begins. Think about the last time you discovered a new brand. You didn't buy it immediately. Instead, you became curious. You visited their Instagram page. You watched another video. You checked the comments. Maybe you even searched for reviews on Google. Without realizing it, you had already entered the second stage of the marketing funnel: interest. This is where great brands stop advertising and start educating. Instead of saying, buy our product, they answer your questions. They show how the product works. They solve real problems. They share customer experiences. And slowly, your curiosity turns into confidence, because people don't trust brands that only sell. They trust brands that first provide value. And in today's digital world, the brands that teach the most often sell the most. This is where most buying decisions are actually made. Not when someone sees an ad, not when they visit a website, but right here, the consideration stage. Imagine you're planning to buy a new smartphone. You don't open one website and instantly place an order. Instead, you compare brands. You watch YouTube reviews. You read hundreds of customer comments. You compare prices. You check the camera, battery life, performance, and features. Maybe you even ask your friends, which one would you choose? Notice what happened. You already decided to buy a smartphone. The only question left is, which brand deserves your money? This is exactly where businesses compete for trust. And trust isn't built through flashy advertisements. It's built through proof. That's why smart brands fill this stage with customer testimonials, case studies, product demonstrations, expert reviews, free trials, and money-back guarantees. Because every positive review answers a hidden question in the customer's mind. Every product demo removes another doubt. Every success story makes the decision a little easier. The closer people get to buying, the less they care about marketing, and the more they care about certainty. That's why the brands that remove the most uncertainty are usually the brands that win the customer. Because, in the consideration state, confidence sells more than advertising ever can. Imagine two companies selling the exact same product. One spends millions on advertising every single year. The other has customers who willingly recommend it to everyone they know. Which business do you think grows faster? The answer is almost always the second one, because the most powerful form of marketing isn't paid advertising. It's a satisfied customer. Think about brands like Apple or your favorite local cafe. People don't just buy from them. They proudly recommend them. They post about them. They bring their friends. And they keep coming back. That's the final stage of the marketing funnel. Loyalty. This is where customers stop acting like customers and start acting like brand ambassadors. Every great experience creates trust. Every repeat purchase strengthens that relationship. Every recommendation brings in another potential customer. Suddenly, one customer becomes two, two become 10, and 10 become hundreds, without increasing the advertising budget. That's why the smartest businesses don't chase customers forever. They build experiences that customers want to share. Because the real success of a marketing funnel isn't measured by how many people buy once. It's measured by how many people choose your brand again and inspire others to do the same. Every customer you see today started as a complete stranger. They first discovered the brand, then became curious, compared different options, made their first purchase, and finally, if the experience was memorable, they became loyal customers. That's the true power of a marketing funnel. It isn't about pushing people to buy. It's about building trust step by step until strangers become lifelong customers. The brands that understand this don't just generate more sales. They build stronger relationships, loyal communities, and long-term growth. In the next chapter, we'll explore another powerful marketing concept that shapes the world's biggest brands. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep marketing smarter. This is Surabhi Gupta. Thanks for watching.